And I don't understand why people get into stuff like that. People are idiots. But they're one of the basic tenets of human psychology. It's one of our greatest flaws as creatures on this earth is an inability and unwillingness to admit when we're wrong. Right. And you saw it in the 70s on Happy Days. It was displayed wonderfully by Henry Winkler as the Fonz. Classic theater here, people. You need to check this out if you haven't seen it. But Fonzie could never admit that he was wrong. I was. You were what? I was. He physically could not say the word, and you see that with people who join cults or who get taken in by scams, or the Republicans who have to deal with Trump as their president.
Yeah.
Sure, he's all of ours, but you guys are the ones that made him. You're the Dr. Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And they do not want to admit that they were wrong. To actually do something to fix the problem would be admitting a shortcoming of their own.
Right. Hey, my own brother wouldn't admit he did. He's sitting there with his parole officer. Guy said, so you robbed the store, right? And you put the stuff in. See, what happened was I went around the corner and I was down the street. He said, look, man, you robbed the store. Mr. Shipp, you did rob the store. Well, I was up in the attic, and when that bird came around the corner and went down the way, he said, Mr. Shipp, I'm going to ask you one more time. I looked at my brother. I said, you want to go back to Corcoran State Prison? Yeah. You better admit you did that shit. He could not. Hand in the cookie jar with all the cameras and millions of people watching, he would never say he did that. But he had that day. I know that person. Yes, I do. I know a person who would not admit he's wrong. And he wouldn't. But when they told him he was going back to Corcoran State Prison to be with Charles Manson, he said, yeah,
Don't we have a president who doesn't admit he's wrong either?
Oh, hell
yeah,
no.
Yeah.
He will never.
Right.
No. See, what it was. See what I'm saying on the was. Yeah. I almost. Yeah. Almost did it. No.
Well, one of my personal theories regarding the hiring or the, Ronny Jackson, Admiral, who, if he were a rear admiral, I'm sure Trump would have suggested to become a proctologist because that's the way his brain seems to work.
Right.
My pet theory of why Ronny Jackson is being pitched as the new Secretary of Veterans Affairs this past week, as all of the news outlets have been asking, who is Ronny Jackson? And the only video they've been showing is from his press conference last year after Trump's first physical as president. And, oh God, where did I write this down? During the press conference, where he infamously said that the president only weighs 239 pounds. Yeah, right. He said that we are concerned about the president's weight, and we've been talking about a diet and exercise plan that we will engage in the next year. Mm-hmm. My guess is that was about to start, and so Trump's like, I got to get a new White House physician. Right. I can't start exercising.
Yeah. Well, and
also that makes a lot of sense.
Well, also his base doesn't exercise either. No, they don't. These are the same people that were bothered by Michelle Obama telling them that your kids should eat better.
They run their mouths.
Yeah.
That counts. But we're talking about human infallibility, and as I mentioned at the top of the show, it is a big holiday weekend. So let's take a minute.
Yeah.
Just I'm very open and clear about my views on faith and religion on the show. I like to think I am anyway. Mm-hmm. Are you guys celebrating? Is tomorrow the big holiday, or is half price Easter candy Monday the big holiday? Which?
Well, I think for me, I do believe. I was brought up in the church. I don't go to church like I used to. I still pray and have my moments of spiritual thought, but other than that, that's about it. I don't go and listen to pastors anymore. I don't even watch my TV. So
I'm having a spiritual revolution right now. So I don't know what's going on. All my beliefs from the past and my new beliefs are crashing into each other. And politically too. So So I'm not sure. I think I do pray and I meditate and stuff like that. And I think I will go to church with my mama because I think that's a good thing to go with your mama. And but otherwise, I would say that I'm closest to a Rastafarian if you're talking about my religion. It's sort of Christianity,
if we're talking about your neighbor also,
exactly,
it's they're right next door.
Peace and love, man. Peace and love.
Isn't that Ringoism?
I don't know.
It's like that somewhere, I guess, along the last 50 years, but I've only recently noticed it. Every time Ringo Starr is on TV, it's like peace and love, peace and love.
Nice.
So those are concepts I'm not familiar with.
Then I'm a Ringoist.
Yeah, I like to be knowledgeable about all faiths because when growing up in America, even as a Jewish kid, I knew about Easter eggs. You know about these things. Easter egg roll, though, that was something that when I first heard about it, I'm like, well, it makes sense. We go to the Chinese restaurants on Christmas. Apparently they go on Easter. But I still don't understand the concept, but I do know now that an Easter egg roll has nothing to do with Chinese food. Oh, wow. What exactly? Because I get the hunt. You go and hide them, and then the kids find them.
Yeah.
What is? Do either of you know? And I don't mean to put you on the spot here. This isn't like, let me see what you know.
It seems fun,
But what, like rolling eggs in the grass?
Yeah, I guess.
Literally?
They don't roll very well, so I don't know. It must be just kind of fun.
They made a bunch of contests
right?
out of them.
You roll it with the spoon or something, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
something like that.
It was a big. They were part of the games that they would play. It would be part of it just create more
on the
games.
White House lawn, right?
Yeah,
they play a lot of games.
Well,
they play a lot of games inside the White House too, don't they?
That they do. That's an unpleasant thought. Lord, cleanse my brain.
Yeah.
Wow. So, in other happy news, we're talking Easter. Which it was either Jesus or LL Cool J who said, don't call it a comeback. But of the things that people are expecting to return on Easter, one of those things is the Chinese space station that is crashing down to Earth any day now.
Hallelujah. Not in my backyard, it isn't.
Well, then it's not happening, apparently. We put all kinds of stuff up in orbit.
Right.
And as the old saying goes, again, I don't know if it was Jesus or LL Cool J who said, what goes up must come down. Actually, it was David Clayton Thomas, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, 1960. But yes, there's...
goes up must come down. Spinning wheels.
This musical break brought to you by... But... one of the things, there's been a lot of talk about colonizing Mars, going back to the moon. Trump wants a space force because, hey, we can have war in space. Saw a movie about it. Came out in 1977. George Lucas, visionary. Mm-hmm. Wars in Space, I think it was called. No? Something else?
Luke, I am your father.
That was the one. Speed. No. Are we putting too much? And I'm a big proponent of NASA because they're known for sending things into space, but they do a lot of science.
Most Def said no,
down here on Earth that ideally makes it less of a necessity to explore other places to live.
You can't do that because the other guy went up in the air and said that the Earth is flat. So
Well, he was saying that before, and he didn't get high up enough to see what was going on.
Yeah. Luckily,
all right. Flat earthers and anti-vaxxers. Why do these people exist? Yeah. Why do we still have
athletes and they're
the ones that vote for Trump.
No. Actually, well, most Def is Kyrie Irving with the Boston Celtics. A lot of these guys are believing that the Earth is flat and we've been lied to and everything. Yeah. These are also the same people who ripped apart Hypatia, who was one of our famous astrologers. Yeah, back in the day. Yeah. because of the way they thought. They were actually called Christendom back then. Yeah.
With focus on the dumb?
Yeah, they didn't know that she was an astrologer and that she had figured out how to, when the sun was going to, she was also
just a witch.
Yeah, they thought she was a witch, and and that's when back when they
My
were killing.
people.
Yeah, back there killing our own astrologers. Yeah, she's doing all this stuff, and she knows when the sun's going to rise and when it comes down. Really, she's showing you how to grow shit. Yeah, we gotta kill her. Yeah, gotta kill her. And she was a mathematician, so. Very famous.
Double witch.
Yeah. Woman can think. Woman ain't supposed to have no brain. She's supposed to be doing that.
Who is it that did the song, That's Right, the Woman is Smarter, That's Right.
I do.
Sounds like reggae, though, right?
Yeah, that's,
there you go.
Claim to be close to the
There you
Rastafarians.
go.
I thought maybe you might have heard it. That does kind of bring us to the end of the show, but I want to thank everyone for listening. And I guess one of the things I do want to finish on, since we're just going into goofy land now, one of the big memes that goes around the web this time of year is the history of the name Easter. And how it comes from the ancient, I want to say Babylonian goddess. Mm-hmm. Everything was Babylonian for a while back then, but goddess of fertility, Ishtar. Uh-huh. So if you never have, I do want to urge that people take the opportunity to watch the movie Ishtar, which has nothing to do with the holiday, but the first half is really delightful and the songs are brilliant. Some of Paul Williams' finest work.
Yeah, good old Paul Williams.
Good
stuff.
to know.
Yeah. So whatever you're celebrating or not celebrating, enjoy it. Enjoy yourselves this weekend.
Thank you. You too, David.
Thank you. I want to thank you guys for being here on the panel on this lovely holiday weekend. Michelle, you got anything you would like to plug?
I have a show tonight, but I can't even tell you where it is. It is downtown LA. It's Aphrodite's Tale. Is
this the all women?
No. This is an erotic art show, and I'm doing the comedy. What? I love this job. # blessed.
Awesome. No, I saw, I think Erica Ennis had posted a thing this week about an all-women comedy show that dudes are trying to get into. It.
Wow.
Yeah, they have some stuff going on in Palm Springs and stuff too. Yeah. But I like to keep that on the down low. I don't give away our secrets.
Fair enough. Tymon, Shipp, thank you for being here as always. Anything you would like to plug?
Just going to work tonight. Paying bills.
Right on. Where can people find you on the social media?
Tymon Shipp at Facebook and Tymon Shipp at Twitter.
All righty, Michelle.
Mitch March Comic on Instagram and at Twitter.
Excellent. And I am Dr. David Robinson. You can find me on the Twitter at Stand Up Fall Down. You can find this show at Let's Be Treasonable, LETSBTREASONABL. We leave off 2 of the E's and pass the savings on to you, the listener. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back next week. Hopefully you will too. If you like the show, tell everyone you know. If you didn't, keep it to yourself. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.